sheriff's office emergency. What was that?
You just got me.
8597? Where's 8597?
I need you to go with this deputy, have her secret car. She's going to hang out with you. She's going to tell me he's alive, tell me he's alive. He's going to take my kids and shot
for help.
And what's the argument over?
She was mad that I turned off the Wi-Fi last night, so she washed my laptop in the dishwasher. Took my photo ID, all my access to money and everything.
Okay.
And then took the kids inside and locked me out. So they locked outside in the driveway.
Not realizing.
All right, so what's going on, Jason?
So she's got mental health stuff going on. I was trying to leave for Georgia to get a break from her for me and the kids earlier today. And then she called you guys.
I want to tell you about the text I sent that morning. I reached out to Kylie's dad, James, a man I barely talked to outside of handoffs at the door. I said, "Hey, Bree's losing it. She ran my laptop through the dishwasher last night because I turned the Wi-Fi off. I'm planning on getting out of here with the little kids, but she's already told me she'll press charges if I take Kylie with me. I don't know what you can do, but I wanted to give you a heads up." He wrote back, "Damn, dude. I hate that." That was the most Colin and James had ever talked about anything between us. I sent that text because I knew something was wrong. Not the kind of wrong that ends in a fight and an apology. The other kind. The other kind. The kind that had been building since March. Since the first hospital stay. Since the group therapy she got kicked out of twice. Since the individual sessions she stopped showing up to. I knew. I called the police anyway. 3 times. I documented everything. I did everything they told me to do. And I still didn't make it through the day.
Too.
Colin texted me this morning and said, the text said, "Hey, Bree's losing it. She ran my laptop through the dishwasher last night because I turned the Wi-Fi off. I'm planning on getting out of here with the little kids, but she's already told me she'll press charges if I take Kylie with me. I don't know what you can do legally, but I wanted to give you a heads up." And Colin doesn't ever reach out to me regarding their relationship. He never has. And that's when I was kind of like, so we don't even talk on the phone other than transporting Kylie or getting Kylie. If he drops her off to me or that kind of thing, we don't talk. You know, we get along just fine, but we don't ever talk unless it regards to Kylie. As far as I can remember, we've never just bullshit on the phone or anything like that. So I responded to that text and said, "Damn, dude, I hate that. I'm not sure what to do, but thanks for the heads up. I was really hoping she had gotten better." Talking about Bree, like lately, that I know she, just from talking to Bree, that she had gone to therapy and things like that to try to help with whatever they had going on. I don't ask for details. I don't know any details. I don't know. I just know she was going to therapy. I know you guys had been out here before. I didn't ask why. I thought the previous time, it's probably been months or whatever, was to do with suicidal issues with Bree. Because I talked with Kylie about that, and that I thought Bree had gotten better, and that's what I was referring to that as. Being around her had been really pleasant, and I knew that she had been going to therapy. So Colin said she got kicked out of 2 group therapies, and she skipped her last 2 individual therapies, still drinking a lot. And this is the most that me and Colin have ever talked about any of their problems or issues or whatever they had going on.
It started the night before. Kids in the bedroom. Everyone sleeping. She wanted the TV on loud. I asked her to turn it down. She turned it up. So, I turned off the Wi-Fi on that TV. She said, "Really? You're going to be vindictive?" I said I just wanted everyone to sleep. She said, "I'll show you vindictive." She went to the living room. She put a music station on her phone wrap, loud, and blasted it until she fell asleep. Around 2 in the morning I got the kids onto the couch so she could have the room. She woke up and started yelling again.
Do me a favor and lift your shirt up a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, fix your key. Okay, I seen something sticking out.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a key or what was going on.
I put on nice shorts with no pockets.
Okay, so why don't you give me a rundown on what happened during your argument?
She called you right now because she figured out that I want to take my kids to my parents' house in Georgia for her and I. And me to have a break from her. A little bit of backstory. In March, she tried to kill herself and was inpatient. After she was inpatient, then she was outpatient for a while. She got kicked out of that group, and then went back in. They racked it the second time for suicidal actions. And there she was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. You familiar?
Colin.
I was at 11 o'clock last night. She watched TV. bedroom. And the kids were sleeping in there. I didn't want her to. They were all sleeping. She got mad and stormed out to the living room and watched TV out there. I talked to her out there. She told me to go away. So I went back in the bedroom. 10 minutes later, she comes in the bedroom and says, "Get out." Just to go now. No. So she lays down in the bed with the other three of us and turns on the TV. So for context, we normally watch it at 10. She turned it at 30 until like 1 a.m. She turned it down a couple times. I eventually said, "Look, if you don't turn it down, I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off this TV." And she turned it up. So I turned the Wi-Fi off of that TV. She said, "Really, you're going to be vindictive?" I'm not being vindictive. I want to turn it down. At this point, it's 12:30 or 1 a.m. or something like that. Everybody's sleeping except for you. And you want to watch? You ever watch The 100? The 100?
I've heard about it. I haven't sat down and watched it.
Explosions and people scream. Okay. It's not a nice, quiet, conversational show. So anyway, she says, "I'll show you vindictive," and goes out in the living room and putts around for a while, and then comes back and puts on like a rap pop music station on her phone, blasting that, and she goes about to sleep. I'm laying there with kids, and at about 1:30, or 1:47, I think, I landed right away. At that point, she was snoring, so I'm like, all right, this. I would have gone to the couch before, but she wouldn't let me take the kids, and I don't really trust her with the kids when she's like this. Mm-hmm. So she was sleeping, so I took I grabbed my 4-year-old, or I went out to pee, took my 4-year-old to the couch, and then she woke up and started yelling at me again. "What are you doing? I'm taking kids to the couch."
Worse. With Bree,
found out I was like I was packing my car.
That's what the upset was?
Yes.
That you're going to Georgia to see their grandparents?
Yep.
And your parent?
Yeah, they're my parents.
Okay. And your kid's grandparent, actually?
Yep.
Okay. And she didn't and she's like, was she allowed to go? Like, did you plan on her coming?
No, I didn't plan on her coming.
Okay, you're just going to do it, take a break?
Yeah.
And they're your kids, right?
They're my kids.
Okay, y'all married, had kids?
Married.
They're your blood?
They're both of our kids, and then I have a stepdaughter who's probably going to be here in about 45 minutes from school. Okay. And my stepdaughter is fully hers legally, and her dad lives in Alabama, but he doesn't have any legal control. Mm-hmm. And she told me before, if Kylie's my 12-year-old, she said, I can't stop you from taking the little kids because they're yours, but if you take my 12-year-old, I will press charges on you. Mm-hmm. So I have a 12-year-old with you to be borderline. So after she had said, "I'll show you vindictive" last night, I thought she meant she came in with the music on. I figured out, this morning my laptop was missing. Looking all around the house for it. And finally, like, wait a minute, the dishwasher was running all night. Put my fucking MacBook in the dishwasher. It's a $2,500 computer. And then
it's unfortunate.
Cut me off from all the credit cards she has control over. She's the primary breadwinner in the family. Yeah. You washed my $2,500 computer because I turned off your show? No, because you controlled my access to the Wi-Fi. That's also not a legitimate reason.
Sure.
So this is the start, I guess, culmination of a long bad path.
Okay.
Inside the house, though, Bree was telling the officers a completely different story. One where she wasn't the aggressor. Colin was.
What's going on today, ma'am?
So my husband is trying to take the kids. He threw me on the floor and pushed me against the wall.
And this all happened today?
Yes, happened today. We've been having issues over since the weekend.
What are the issues about?
Just typical relationship stuff.
Are you guys married?
Yeah, we're married, but his go-to is to use the kids against me. So he's taking me to Georgia. And I don't want
What's that thing? That little thing in that black thing?
He's gonna.
Which one?
What's that? That little thing. That little thing and black thing.
How long have you guys been having problems? I know you said it's been bad since the weekend, but.
Jack, you can hold him.
I mean, on and off, we've been having problems. I don't want him. I don't want him taking my kids. I have appointments with attorneys. I don't want him in the house. He raped me over the weekend. I just want
you got any marks anywhere? You mind if we look and check? I mean, because if you got any marks anywhere, I mean, you got any bruises or anything?
No. bruise today because he just pushed me up against this doorway and threw me down on the bathroom floor.
You don't have any redness anywhere?
I mean, I pretty
No
much
scratch marks? I'm gonna say, cause I need something, you know, cause if to prove a battery, I mean, anybody can say anything, but if you had some marks or, you know, some video or it was a third party witness.
Does it when nobody can see it?
The problem is I gotta be able to prove it. That's why I'm asking if you got marks or bruises or anything. I need something else.
So next time I'll just make sure that he punches me in the face.
That's not what I'm saying at all. But I mean, it doesn't matter what you or I know. If I can't prove it, it doesn't go anywhere in court.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
In the morning, my laptop was gone. I looked everywhere. Then I heard the dishwasher. It had been running all night. I opened it. $2,500 MacBook. Ruined. She cut off the credit card she controlled, took my wallet, took my photo ID, locked me out of the house in the Florida heat with our 4-year-old. I called the police. The first officers were good, patient. They listened to both of us. They told me they couldn't do much without physical evidence. They told me if it turned physical, somebody was going to jail. They weren't wrong. They just didn't know how fast that was coming. I want you to know why I didn't leave. People ask that question, why do they stay, like it's a simple thing, like there's a clean answer that fits in a sentence. I stayed because Lainey was 3, JP was 4, and their mother had tried to kill herself twice in the past year. I wasn't going to leave them with someone in that state. I was the only stable thing those kids had that afternoon. That's why I stayed. Not because I didn't see it. Not because I thought it would get better.
Do you want to fill out a statement?
I'm gonna fill out a statement after, I just want to get them to get out of here, and then I can fill one out, at another time.
If you want, I'll get it and I'll leave it for you.
Okay.
All right. Let me, if you want to take a few minutes to get some stuff together, I'm gonna go out here and talk to him, and then I'll be back in. Okay?
If Colin admits,
I told you I tried to grab my daughter last night, and she got physical and stopped me. So I backed off that point. That kind of allegation is the last thing I need. So right here. What bags? Oh, they're in my truck. I'm not leaving the kids with me.
Now your blood kids, actually.
That's gonna be civil. We're not gonna get in the middle without a court order.
I can't take the kids from her, and you can't take the kids from her. So I'm not gonna do about that.
If she wants to take the kids or you want to take the kids, we're not gonna get in the middle of it, but you guys aren't gonna argue about it, especially while we're here. What happened today real quick? I know you're talking about your own partner.
Long story short, she went into a just borderline rage last night, and it's continuing to now. And she figured out I was trying to take my kids, give space between the two of us, not take the kids away from her.
I got you.
I'm the primary caretaker of the kids, the only caretaker of the kids. So
he wants to go to Georgia to his parents, their grandparents.
Yeah,
without her because he wants to take a break.
I got
not to live there to remove the kids from her.
I get it. Well, that's y'all's business. We're not going to dive far into it. Basically, we're here because she called us.
We can't stop you from doing anything. Y'all are married. No, we can stop you from us being violent for each other. Can't stop her. You can't physically, grab her. That's going to be a problem.
But that's not going to help anything either. So it's one of those push-pull, It's just sometimes it's better to stand off to the side and then let things cool off, and then later you guys get back together and say, hey.
What's going to happen? Well, we'll do. And if it weren't for all her mental health issues and diagnoses and suicide attempts, then I'd walk away and let her have the kids and have space that way. But I'm not going to leave toddlers for somebody to try to kill themselves twice over the last. I'm not telling you what to do, man. And before I get too far off on the tangent, nothing physical. You guys just arguing back and forth verbally. Yeah.
Can I go in there?
I don't know if you want to get in the back seat.
It's yucky.
I wipe it down, but it may be a little nasty.
Why is it nasty in there?
Yeah. And sometimes they're dirty.
Police are catching them.
Can I go in there with the door open?
No.
Why?
It's yucky for you.
It just not
good. There's poop in there.
Why?
It happens.
Because walking out the door meant leaving them behind. And I couldn't do that. So I stayed. And I documented. And I called. 4 hours after the first officers left, I called again. She had locked me in the garage. The main doors were broken. She'd done that earlier. She came to the garage door. I opened it to talk to her. I had my phone in my hand. I was doing what they told me to do. I was recording. I was calm. I was talking to the dispatcher. The door opened. 1 shot. I said, she just shot me. 3 more shots. 5 seconds
He
later.
did.
Hello.
Are you here?
Yes, sir. Indeed. What can I do for you? I'm Deputy Lynn with Nurse County Sheriff's Office.
Hey, my wife won't let me in my house.
Okay, is this wife?
Domestic dispute? Yep.
Okay, can I talk to you over here?
Can I
Ma'am,
have my daughter, please?
hey, can I just have you wait right there for just one moment, okay? Not right now. Hold on. Just one second. We'll get this figured out, okay? All right, so what's going on today, sir?
She's got mental health stuff going on. I was trying to leave for Georgia to get a break from her for me and the kids earlier today. And she called you guys. I was talking to you guys. She took my photo ID, all my access to money and everything.
Okay.
And then took the kids inside and locked me out. So I've been locked outside in my driveway
Okay.
for the last couple hours.
Do you live here?
What's that?
Do you live here?
Yeah, we're co-owners. We both.
Okay.
So I've been on the phone with family advocacy through
Okay.
the Navy and all that most of the day. So I haven't cared that I'm outside
Okay.
until she came outside with my daughter on the porch screaming. So I came over and she gave my daughter to me. She didn't make her stop screaming.
And what's the argument over? They put in the note something about kids going to Georgia.
Yeah, that was the most closest alligator to the boat.
If Bree didn't need Colin to calm their daughter down, she would still be inside the house.
Not allowed to stop me from entering my house.
If it's your house and you still live here, by all means, you got to enter your home however you got to enter your home.
Yeah, so she's allowed to change the locks and I'm allowed to break a window. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not telling you to break a window. If you want to tear, I mean, it's your property. However, you got to get into your house. You got to get into your house. If it's your home and you live here and you got your items in there, if you got to get in, however you got to get in.
You can't escort me in, and don't let me in.
Well, I'm gonna talk to her in just a second. We'll figure out what's going on. But
yeah. So then it was back to the more recent. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She wanted to take Lainey back inside.
Okay.
Okay. Lainey started screaming that she doesn't want to go inside without Daddy.
Okay.
And then she wants Lainey to go inside without Daddy.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right, just give me 1 second, okay? Let me talk to her and see what's going on. Do you mind if I step over? Talk to you? Okay. Hey, so if you can talk over here. I don't, want arguing back and forth.
No,
so. Okay, so I'm Deputy Lynn with Nurse County Sheriff's Office, as I said earlier. So what's going on today?
Well, you guys were out here earlier.
Federal Unit 215,
I'm 10-4, thank you.
He's trying to take my kids to Georgia.
Okay.
Are
they your kids or are they yours and his?
These two. Well, the small ones are mine and his.
Okay. And so he's wanting to take them to Georgia?
Yeah, I was talking to him about wanting a divorce, so he said he's going to take the kids to Georgia. And he can because we're still married.
Okay.
We got into an argument about it. He pushed me up against the wall. He threw me onto the floor in the bathroom. And that's when I called the police earlier today.
Okay.
They came out with, whatever they could do, which wasn't really anything.
Okay.
And then I locked him out.
Okay.
He had been in contact. Well, he had been in contact with my command.
Okay.
So he said that there's allegations of emotional abuse.
Okay.
So obviously I don't want him in there.
Okay.
Him and I arguing in front of the kids. So I locked him out. My daughter, she wakes up sometimes like inconsolable from naps or whatever.
Sure.
And it's usually like him and I will pass her back and forth. It's kind of, she's fickle. She wants better. So she woke up from the nap. And,
when you say your daughter, you mean that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I had called him and texted him like, hey, we should talk. This is not the path we want to go down right now.
Right.
When she woke up like that, I brought her out here because she's used to him and I, so I brought her out here.
Okay.
So he can help calm her down. He snatched her from me and then started trying to use her to.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
He said, she doesn't want to come in the house. I'm like, Daddy's there.
Okay.
Being manipulative.
Okay.
It's not a good environment.
I don't know if you overheard what I told him. It's his house too, right? He lives here too? So we can't lock each other out of the house. I mean, if we do, he's got every right to enter the house however he's got to enter the house.
Situation. She
the betterment
says.
of your daughter, whatever you guys want, you got to put aside for the kids. You see what I'm saying?
I agree, but he told me not to talk to him. So I'm not going to let him in the house because he's going to come in and start arguing.
But at the same time, that's leaving the child. I mean, that's kind of leaving the child out here fend for herself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. So I don't want him to do that.
Okay. But, I mean, I can't stop him from going inside the house.
Oh, that's fine. I just wanted him to do that to me so that she's not out here.
Okay.
They said earlier that since I didn't have any bruises, there was nobody to witness
him
getting physical with me, that they should do.
Okay.
So
what you can do,
I don't want him to come in and physically be in front of my kids.
Okay. What I'm going to tell you to do is what I tell everybody to do. You got that phone, right? That phone's got a camera on it. If at any point you feel threatened or
like you're going to be harmed or anything. I get it. But I mean, everything's not preventable. We can't, we can't say, well, you got to stay out in the front yard for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I just
at the risk of a potential argument. I get it. But like I said, I'm letting you know. Okay. At some point, we got to put our differences aside for the kids, and we got to say, hey, look, you got a guest bedroom, I got my room, or vice versa, whatever it is. I mean, if y'all sleep in separate rooms, or maybe somebody, take a chill pill and sleep on the couch tonight.
He told me not to.
All right. Well,
I want to get my daughter out of the bus and eat, if that's okay. And I have.
I'm perfectly fine with that, but I mean, like I said, it's just something that we gotta. I mean, if bringing your daughter inside means he gets to come inside too, that might be somewhere we gotta say, look, let's make a compromise. If you want to come inside with her, that's fine. I'm going to go to the room, and I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to stay here, but at least, your daughter's safe, and she's not, out here in the road or whatever, or in the heat, getting bug bites or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The deputies saw...
I've got borderline disorder, and she's nice to you.
Oh, I understand.
Like
I understand.
You're not here.
I've met her before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We were in March?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apologies for not recognizing
No, you're okay. You're okay. But yeah, I'm familiar with her, and like I said, it's just... We got to come to a situation where the kids aren't standing in the driveway all day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the compromise may be, if you say, look, you want the kid to come inside, I don't want the kid to come inside. You don't want me inside. How about this? We'll get separate rooms. Okay, you see what I'm saying? We got to come to an agreement where we can all kind of be adults and say, for the betterment of the children ain't standing here in the driveway all day. We got to get them inside so they don't get overheated and whatnot. Bug bites, mosquitoes, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, and in the end, it's about taking care of the kids, all right? We got to be adults, but we got to step up and we got to say, hey, look. Let's work something out. And maybe that's a conversation you guys need to have, is see if we can figure something out, some sort of compromise, but so we're not coming out here all the time. I'm going to tell you, we keep coming out here. If it turns physical at any point, somebody's going to have to go to jail. Okay? State law requires somebody to go to jail. If somebody gets physical and there's an evidence of it, somebody's going to jail. I'm going to go in there and speak to her one more time. Do you have any questions for me?
So she can take my driver's license?
Does she have your driver's license?
Yeah.
Where's it at right now?
I don't know where it's at.
Okay.
When I was talking to the deputies in my garage giving a statement earlier, she came out to my truck and took my wallet. So 3 forms of ID and...
So your wallet and your driver's license are the things she's got from you right now?
Yep.
I'll go in there and talk to her and ask her about them, okay? Okay. All right. Hello. I didn't want to let your dog eat out. So he says you got his wallet and his driver's license. Do you know where those items are?
No.
Did you remove them from his truck earlier?
No. I took my American Express.
Because those are personal items, okay? So being as those are personal items, not common shared items, okay? If we've taken them from them, that's a theft, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense? So if we've got those items need to be returned. Okay. I'm just going to tell you that, okay? That's a fair warning, okay? As far as tonight, we've got to figure out something where you guys can, maybe one of y'all can get a hotel, maybe one of y'all can agree to sleep in another room or something like that or whatever, but what we got to do is we get something figured out that way we're not out here 10 more times tonight, you see what I'm saying?
That's on the recording. The dispatcher heard all of it. The detectives played it back in her interview and watched her face change when they told her what was on it. She had told them I was coming at her, that she felt threatened, that she shot in self-defense. But I was shot in the back.
Sheriff's Office emergency.
Hi, you guys have been out to my house twice today, and then most recently the deputy talked my wife into letting me in the house, and then she locked me in the garage and tried to break my arm when I was trying to get back inside. She's currently got me locked in the garage because earlier she broke both of the big doors, and then when I came out here to fix it after getting in the house earlier, she locked the door behind me, and then when I tried to
What was that?
You just got me!
I'm shooting with somebody that keeps driving. She just shot him. I just heard 4
To walk
shots.
away, Colin had done.
Can we open this? 217. Get EMS in here. 217 by East Signal 7.
Who was the one that shot him?
Being helped. The police got there.
This is Deputy Lohawk. It's okay. Well, do me a favor. Can you, if they're working on him right now.
Okay.
I need you to go with this deputy, have her see if your car, she's going to hang out with you.
Hey, I'll get an EMS to come check her out. She's to shoot. Okay. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, let's go. Come over here. That way, we'll get EMS to check you out, make sure you're okay. Okay? Come on.
Come over here. Okay?
Come over here. Come this way. Come on.
My oldest daughter.
Where's your kids at?
That's my oldest right there.
Okay.
She's 12. Her dad's name is James Hardy Joyner. he's going to be coming here. He's on his way from Mobile. I called him.
Okay.
Have a seat.
All right, have a seat. Have a seat. Can y'all check her out? He's going to be signal 7. She's the shooter. No, it's a homicide. Y'all aren't going in there. Yeah, well, can y'all check her out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He ain't happy.
No, she told me she shot me.
Okay, yeah, he goes, well, we'll verify. And I said, you're not going in there. It's a homicide.
She said, what happened? I said, ma'am, are you okay? She was, shot my husband, shot my husband, shot my husband.
We Baker acted her probably a month and a half ago.
She was sitting over there. I walked over there, said, ma'am, what's going on? What happened? She goes, shot my husband.
Well, he said that somebody said that they saw somebody run out the back of the workshop.
No, she said it 3 times, and I said, ma'am, she said, tell me he's alive, tell me he's alive. He's going to take my kids. I shot him.
Okay. Yeah, we Baker acted her probably 3 months ago.
She called James from the back of the police car, using her watch. She asked if I was dead.
Colin was killed.
Her kid is here somewhere. We'll find out.
Okay. Major said guns in the kitchen.
Who did she shoot?
He's in the, I don't know who he is. He's in the garage. In the chest, or it looks like in the chest.
Hey, I got eyes on the Signal 0 here in the kitchen, behind the toaster.
Any thing on you that I need to be aware of? You have anything in your bra? Do you have a bra on? I do have a bra on. I'm just going to pull it forward, make sure you don't have anything in it, okay? Nursing bra, okay. He's dead. It's all. I tried to help with you. So let's not talk about that right now, okay? My kids don't have a dad or a mom.
She's well aware she's the reason for that.
We're just going to do this for right now, okay?
You're safety for ours, okay?
I think he's fine.
She asked him to take care of the kids. She called her brother Eric from the scene earlier. While it was happening, put him on speaker so he could hear what she wanted him to think was an assault. The police noted that in the 911 recording I was nowhere near her when the shots were fired.
To the station.
And then my phone rang, and it was Bree. And I answered, and I said hello, and she said, you need to come get Kylie. And I said, okay. I can't remember if I said I'm working or something to that extent, but I think she interrupted me, and she said, I just shot Colin. You need to come get Kylie. And my response, the only thing I could think of was why. And she said, I don't know. I don't know what happened. You just need to come get Kylie. And so I said, okay. I said, okay, Bree, just relax. I'm on the way. And then I don't remember if I hung up or she hung up, but the phone ended. At first, I really wanted to believe that she was lying, that she was just having an issue or trouble or needed me to get here, and that was the easy way to get me coming this way. So hand verified that police were on scene, and that the kids were okay, and then I just continued this way.
What is the relationship between you and Bree? You had mentioned she's your ex.
We dated, and Kylie is our daughter. We were never married,
okay.
But we have Kylie, and so that's how I dated Bree. I was never married to her.
Okay. And have you ever known her to have outbursts or any anger issues or anything like that?
From what I understand, I guess her and Colin were having problems when we're not together. Mm-hmm. So I don't really want to talk about that unless I have to talk about mine and Bree's prior relationship. But this is what brought me here tonight. Me and Bree get along really well lately, the past few years. We were able to talk on the phone. We were able to, she's able to meet me now that they moved here and give Kylie to me on the weekends that I get her.
At this
phone
point,
call tonight, that was the extent of that phone conversation.
Yes, she actually called me back after that.
She did. Okay.
I was almost here. I was actually on the Garcon Point Bridge, and I saw her phone number pop up. And I thought it was probably one of you guys with her phone trying to reach out to me that's just my first thought. So I answered, and it was Bree. And she said, are you with Kylie, I believe? Because I was kind of shocked it was her. And I was like, no. I was like, but I'm almost there. And she said, is he dead? I guess referring to Colin. And I said, I don't know, Bree. I said, how are you calling me right now? How are you on your phone? And And she said, I'm using my watch. And I said, where are you? She said, I'm in the back of the police car. And I said, I probably wouldn't do that right now, Bree. And she said, is Kylie okay? And I said, from what I know, she's okay. I'm almost there. And she says, what about the little kids? And I said, from what I know, that they're okay. And she said, is there any way you can take care of them? And I said, I don't know. I said, that's not my kids. I was like, but I'm sure that they're taking care of that. I was like, right now you just need to breathe. And I was like, you know, you're just going to be okay. And she said, okay. And whatever they had going on.
Moments after that was when the first set of officers got to the house. Colin didn't want to leave Kylie alone with Bree, and because of that, he stayed there with all the children. With how long the abuse was going on for, he didn't see it escalating how it did until his final 911 call. As the investigation went forward, the detectives found that Joyner wasn't the only person Bree contacted that day. She'd also reached out to her brother Eric, and he was able to provide information that could have explained why Bree's mental state was getting so much worse.
Day of, there was, I'm sure you can go through the phone records, I don't know how many calls there were. She was scheduled for surgery, and there was an issue with her and Colin where she thought she had made a deposit on the surgery. Are you aware of that?
I am not, no sir.
Okay, my sister was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and so her body's starting to cave in on itself. And she had a surgery to have her breast implants removed, so there was less weight on her spine. And she called me saying that Colin told her he would not watch the kids or do anything while she had the surgery, so she asked if I could come down and watch the kids when she had the surgery and then help her while she was in recovery. And I said, sure, just, let me know, I can fly down immediately.
That stood out. The police officer.
Me, she was very upset. It sounded like she was being assaulted. She said Colin was hitting her and kicking her. Okay. And I was telling her to get out of the house, and she said that she was afraid not only for her but for the kids. And I'm like, I don't know if you'll hurt the kids. Get out of the house and protect yourself. I've never been to their home. Okay. I was on speakerphone. She didn't say I'm in this room, that room, so I don't know where anyone was. Sure. Just so we're clear. Yes, and at some point I did hear Colin's voice, and that's when she said she was being hit. And I'm like, just get out of there, run away, run away. And then I heard gunshots, and the phone hung up. I don't know if it hung up or it fallen and broken. I don't know. She was no longer there.
This call.
You're cold? Let me see what I can find.
Wait, if anything, I have a blanket in my trunk. You'd have to let me come back inside though.
Give me 1 second.
Can I sit over there? Can I sit over there? Oh, in one of those chairs? I mean, that's fine for now. I don't know where he's gonna have you guys sit when he comes back, but. There you go, honey. Something better than nothing.
Despite the evidence against Bree, it was still important for the detectives to get her full statement. They needed to find out what she wanted them to believe.
The only thing I'm going to say one thing, and that is, I talked to a lot of people tonight. I feel like your voice is the most important, so I want to give you the opportunity to kind of explain or maybe give us a little bit of insight exactly what happened tonight. That's kind of why it's important for you being here.
They're going to take the kids.
Okay.
He said that since I had tried to kill myself a couple months ago, that no judge in the world would give me custody of children. This is in our bedroom area. He pushed me up against the doorway, and I was just trying to talk to him. We were in the bathroom. He threw me on the ground and said nobody would believe me because I was a crazy bitch.
With how things progressed, she proved him right.
He was in the garage. I locked him out. Okay. But he was still in the garage. So I opened the door to talk to him. And he tried coming in, so I blocked the door, and he kicked my foot and was trying to push to go to the door. And I was trying to keep him out. And then I shot him, but he was still coming towards me. I don't think I shut the door and I went,
This would prove to be a false statement because Colin was shot in the back.
How many times did you shoot him? So just to kind of...
I didn't mean to shoot him. It was at least twice I didn't mean to shoot him, but I did. And he said something, and just the look on his face.
What was the look on his face?
He was gonna kill me. And that's how I
Starting to betray her.
Where did
She's
you get the
still
gun?
trying-
And you said you came to the door. Did you already have the gun in your hands?
I think so.
You already had the gun in your hand when you came to the garage door?
I think
You think so?
I don't know.
Because it seems like it all happened pretty quick. I can definitely see that. It all happened just very quickly.
He's dead. There's.
So
I went to go help him. I couldn't get in the front door because I had taken out the batteries from earlier. And the garage door was closed. So I ran back around back. And opened the garage. And he was just covered in blood. I was screaming. I couldn't open the garage door to let the neighbors in, and I did. I went over. I pulled it. I was able to open it. I tried to. He was.
And I believe that you tried to help him. Okay?
Was he dead? Is he dead? They would tell me he was dead.
Yes, ma'am. He passed away.
Entirely.
So we have an audio recording of when this happened and what was going on. Okay. Right now, that's the main information that we have is what's on that recording.
I just want to talk to you.
That's why we're asking you. We need you to be really clear about what was going on the other side of that recording.
I told you.
So what was he doing? You said something about him. You thought he was going to kill. You thought he was going to kill you. What made you think that?
Really, the only thing.
I gotta talk to my dad.
I know. The only thing that we have on that recording is your husband talking to our dispatch saying that you locked him in the garage. Your husband is calm.
Locked him in the garage.
Okay. And then the second later, the door opens. One shot goes off. He tells our dispatch, she just shot me. About 5 more seconds go by, and 3 more shots go off. Okay, that is very important information, but we can only see so much of it.
It was me.
What was you?
I shot him. I told you.
What was he doing? You said he made you do
Guiding
this.
towards me. No, I didn't say that, and I don't want to answer any more questions. I want to talk to my dad.
Faced with the evidence of Colin's final moments, Bree knew there was no talking out of it.
But I need a lawyer.
Okay, fine. We will go ahead and end the interview there, since you'd like to speak with your lawyer.
We'll get your phone, okay?
You want to see your watch real quick? You want to take it off for you? I just got to see it.
For what?
Because we're gonna take
Her dad.
Okay.
They couldn't have.
Daddy,
Hey, where are you?
I killed Colin.
I know you did, Johnny. I know you did. I'm just trying to figure out why. Threatening you, or the kids okay?
No, they don't. Their dad is dead, and I belong in jail. I'm sure I'm going to jail.
Supportive of her. Bree
It's
was
such a
hoping
good weekend. He's
That's what I heard.
my best friend.
Parents said you guys had a great weekend, but for some reason, Colin started this thing last night with you. I mean, you obviously didn't put his computer in the dishwasher. We're clear on that, right? Hmm?
He's dead.
He did, right?
He's dead.
Oh, yes, he is. I'm sorry about that. I'm very sorry. And Hardy's got Kylie. You knew that, of course.
Yes.
JP and Laney are with Child Protective Services, I guess?
I don't know.
You don't know.
They wouldn't tell me.
the facade.
I mean,
When
I can't
talking to
believe there was a reason it happened. Typically don't go around shooting people without a reason. He threatening you, or were you in the middle of an argument? Eric seemed to think he sounded like Colin was mocking you at the time. But I don't know. You don't know either.
Had the alleged attack from Colin been real, she would have been confident in giving that reason. Instead, the only statement she could think of was, "I don't know." The evidence didn't support self-defense either. It showed a man shot in the back. In one fell swoop, she took away both of her kids' parents. But what's even more surprising is that she thought she could talk her family into shouldering their responsibility.
What about
Life is... What?
Lainey and JP?
That I don't know yet. Obviously, they've been taken into some sort of protective services. So we'll have to start researching that tomorrow.
Can you guys take care of them
Permanently?
until I can have them back? For now? Just so they're not in a foster home? Until something else gets figured out?
Well, we're going to be involved in figuring out the process. I guarantee that. We have to talk to Teray and Don. God, I don't even know if they know yet. All right, my answer was absent, as you noticed. I did not say I was going to do that. And I don't mean to upset you more with that, but
I understand.
I'm not ready to make... What's that?
I understand.
No, you don't understand, but, damn it. I'm really pissed right now, Bree. I'm very mad at you. I know you're going through a terrible thing, but Jesus, this is so uncharacteristic. Why did you why did you grab a gun? Did you feel that was he going to hurt you?
I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know.
She called her dad from the station. He asked her why. She said, I don't know. Bree sat in that courtroom 3 years later smiling, laughing, right up, until the jury came back. Bree, 4 hours of deliberation. Guilty. First-degree premeditated murder. Life in prison.
We have custody of them and expect to raise them for the rest of our lives. It's been 3 years and they're still fearful that we will die and leave them once again without parents. They worry that if we bicker, one of us may kill the other. They still ask if we have guns in the house, though they know the answer is no. No matter how many times we remind them that killing a loved one is very rare, their reality tells them differently. We talk about their dad often, but they'll never really know him as they were so young when he was killed, only 3 and 4 years old.
On September 12th, their dad called for help 3 times in one day and kept talking to a dispatcher with a phone in his hand right until the end. That's not a man who didn't fight. That's a man who fought the only way he knew how to while keeping his kids safe. I hope they know that. I hope that's enough. If this story stayed with you, if you watched a man do everything right and still didn't make it, share it, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. These are the stories that don't get told the way they deserve to be told. That's what this channel exists to change. The next one is already coming. 2.